Hey, what's up everybody? I didn't think I'd be doing this video till next week, but it came pretty quick. My Shout Factory Summer Sale collection came in. I had to order some movies. I'm like, this is the time to get them when they're cheaper. So this is what I got from Shout Factory. First one, Dance Macabre with Robert Englund. It says, Michelle Zetlin of fame stars as Jessica, an American ballerina who reluctantly enrolls in a Russian dance academy, where she meets the charismatic choreographer Anthony, played by Robert Englund. A dead ringer for Anthony's long-dead lover, Jessica becomes Anthony's favorite student and his personal obsession. But what should be the chance of a lifetime for Jessica has become a living nightmare as each of her fellow dancers is brutally murdered. And I haven't seen this one yet, so I figured I'd check it out. Looks like a good one. Can't go wrong with Freddy. Then I got Devil's Candy. A family faces off with evil itself in a house from hell in this hard-rocking shocker from Sean Byron, the director of The Loved Ones. If you haven't seen The Loved Ones, that's a really good one. Check it out. I highly recommend it. Die-hard metalhead and struggling artist Jesse, played by Ethan Embry, moves with his wife, Sherry Appleby, from Roswell, the TV show, and their daughter to a rural Texas town, unaware the house that they bought is at an unbelievable price comes with a grisly history. Yeah, remember people, if a house is cheap, there's a reason for that. Their dream home turns into a nightmare as disturbing demonic occurrences accumulate with the appearance of Ray, played by Pruitt Taylor Vince Identity, the home's former resident who's destined to do the devil's bidding, featuring the music of Metallica, Slayer, and Pantera. The Devil's Candy is the complete midnight movie package. Characters to root for, a clever narrative, and spot-on mix of scares that'll mess with your head. Special features include commentary with director Sean Byron, behind the scenes, visual effects, advantage Satan, short film, music video, art gallery, and theatrical trailer. Just see if there was any special features on this one I didn't say. It's got a new interview with Robert Englund, a new audio commentary with writer and director, and theatrical trailer. Next one. I've been wanting to get this for a while too. Silent Night, Deadly Night. And it looks like still got the slipcovers on it too, which is pretty cool. What we have here is an uber sleazy guilty pleasure that is aired in my household at least once every December. For it's right up there with The Grinch Who Stole Christmas cartoon from Dread Central. Community leaders tried to stop the release. The PTA fought to ban it. Now one of the most controversial slasher films of all time is back with a new high-definition release. This new edition of the horror holiday favorite has been restored from the original vaulted film negative. Silent Night, Deadly Night is the heartwarming story of little Billy Chapman, who is traumatized by his parents' Christmas Eve murder, then brutalized by sadistic orphanage nuns. But when grown-up Billy is to dress as Jolly St. Nick, he goes on a Yuletide rampage to punish the naughty. Santa Claus is coming to town, and this time he's got an axe. Robert Brian Wilson and Scream Queen Lena Quigley star in this jaw-dropping horror classic that a nation of angry mothers cannot stop. Special features, it's got the theatrical version. Disc 2 is an unrated version. And then we got new sleigh bells ringing, the story of Silent Night, Deadly Night, featuring interviews with writer Michael Hickley, co-executive producers Scott J. and Dennis Whitehead, the editor, composer, and also actors Robert Brian Wilson and Lena Quigley. New Silent Night, Deadly Night film locations then and now, and some audio commentary, poster gallery, Santa's Stocking Old Outrage. Yeah, a bunch of different ones on there. And then we got the 10th anniversary of The Strangers, and it's got the slipcover as well. Explore your worst fears with this shocking suspense thriller inspired by disturbing true events. After a 4 a.m. knock at the door and a haunting voice, Kristen McKay, played by Liv Tyler, and James Hoyt, Scott Speedman of Underworld, find their remote getaway becomes a night of psychological terror as three masked strangers invade. Faced with inscrutable torments, Kristen and James must go beyond what they think they're able to endure if they have any hope to survive. Special features on here. We got the unrated version, theatrical version, cast interviews, still gallery. So yeah, most of the same stuff, that extra stuff they have on there. Then we got the Toolbox Murders 2. The Handyman of Horror is back with a new box of tricks in Toolbox Murders 2, a terrifying sequel to Tobe Hooper's 2004 reimagining of the 1978 cult favorite. Picking up directly after events of Hooper's shocking film, Toolbox Murders 2 ratchets up the terror as it follows one of Hollywood's most twisted killers. Resurfacing in the darkness corners of LA underworld with a serious axe to grind, the killer hammers out a plan to put the screws to a new victim. Samantha, the sister of his prey from his previous rampage. Soon Samantha finds herself held captive in a house of horrors and forced to undergo the most unspeakable tortures with little hope to escape. Starring Chantel Lewis, Brian Cross, Chris Doyle, and two-time Academy Award winner nominee Bruce Stern, Toolbox Murders 2 will disturb even the most level-headed fright fan while pushing every envelope imaginable and drilling shocking imagery into their minds. Next, we got, for the first time on Blu-ray Collector's Edition, Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. Behind the Mask is original and weirdly delicious and executed with gore. You know legendary maniacs Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, and Freddy Krueger. Now meet Leslie Vernon, the next psycho slasher. Nathan Basil of Invasion stars as Vernon, a good-natured killing machine who invites a documentary film crew to follow him as he reminisces with his murder mentor, Scott Wilson of The Walking Dead, evades his psychiatrist/nemesis, Robert Englund, deconstructs Freudian symbolism, and meticulously plots his upcoming slaughter spree. But when the actual carnage begins, where do you draw the line between voyeuristic thrills, mythic evil, and good old-fashioned slasher movie mayhem? Angela Goethals, 24, and Zelda Rubinstein, Poltergeist, co-star in this ingeniously twisted and award-winning shocker that Film Threat hails as a masterpiece. Let's see, it's got new HD master from the digital intermediate, new interviews with the cast and writer, audio commentary by actors Nathan Basil, Angela Goethals, Britton Spellings, and Ben Pace. Then it's also got a commentary moderated by filmmakers Adam Green and Joe Lynch of The Movie Crypt, the making of Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon, the casting of Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon, deleted and extended scenes, as well as the theatrical trailer. Next, we got Collector's Edition of Hell Night. Scream and You're Dead. As an initiation rite into Alpha Sigma Rho fraternity, 4 pledges must spend a night in Garth Manor, 12 years to the day after previous resident murdered his entire family. 2 of the pledges, Marty and Jeff, ignore the rumors that the now deserted mansion is haunted by the crazed killer until one by one members of their group mysteriously disappear. Could this be part of a fraternity prank, or is it demented former tenants seeking revenge? When the seemingly innocent night turns deadly, these college students will do anything to survive Hell Night. Directed by genre filmmaker Tom DeSimone, Reformed Schoolgirls, Angel 3 in the final chapter. This horror classic has a talented young cast including Linda Blair, The Exorcist, Vincent Van Patten, Rock and Roll High School, and Peter Barton, Friday the 13th, The Final Chapter, and Kevin Brophy, The Seduction. New special features are the new 4K scan from the best film print, interviews and commentary with cast and crew, including actress Linda Blair, director Tom DeSimone, producer, and much more. So we got Hell Night there. Then we got The Ambulance. pray it doesn't come for you. 1 minute, Josh Baker, Eric Roberts, is meeting the woman of his dreams. The next, he's watching her whisked away by a mysterious ambulance that never arrives at the local hospital. Hounded by the police, Josh is forced to carry on a one-man crusade that leads to a discovery more frightening than his worst fears. This non-stop ride filled with action, suspense, and heart-stopping thrills comes from cult filmmaker Larry Cohen, The Stuff, It's Alive, and Q the Winged Serpent, and features an all-star cast including James Earl Jones, Red Buttons, and Stan Lee. It's got new audio commentary, still gallery, and theatrical trailer. And sorry for the reflection there. And the last one was a new release that came out this past Tuesday. Since I got the first one, we got The Strangers, Pray at Night, unrated, and theatrical, of course. A family's road trip takes a dangerous turn when they arrive at a secluded mobile home park to stay with relatives and find it mysteriously deserted. Under the cover of darkness, 3 masked psychopaths pay them a visit to test the family's every limit as they struggle to survive. Let's see. Johannes Roberts, whose shark diving thriller 47 Meters Down was a smash hit, directs the horror film featuring Christina Hendricks, Bailey Madison, Martin Henderson, and Louis Pullman, inspired by the 2008 classic The Strangers. Bonus features include alternate ending, prep for night music video, director's cut, a look inside The Strangers, Pray at Night, family fights back, the music of The Strangers, Pray at Night. And that's my pickup. I got a couple more coming from Amazon, which will probably be next week. I was going to wait for these and do it all at once, but these came early. Didn't even get a tracking. They sent it pretty quick, so I'm glad I got those. So I might watch a couple of these tonight. And that's it. Let me know which ones you've seen or like the best there, whatever. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and see you next time.